Now, as technology moves forward in 2025, I'm actually wearing a microphone on my body right now. And it's part of a pack where you get two microphones and a receiver, both for the phone and also for a camera. And I'm also using a stand for my iPhone, and I've put it on this. The question is, where is the microphone? This is high quality 24-bit, which is right here. And you get two of them in the pack, and I'm going to show you both of them and how we can use it for live streaming. Also, this stand that I'm using right now is really unique, and I'm going to show you that with this as the most cleanest, lightest live stream setup, because what else do you need? And it's these two. This is the Hollyland Lark M2s, and this is the Edelkrone FlexTilt Max. Now I'm going to unbox both of these together, obviously not at the same time. I'm going to start with the Edelkrone, and this is a tripod in itself, but also a stand for your digital SLR or even your phone. Here's the beginnings of the box. We've got the safety instructions and user guide here, and then this opens up, and there's this plastic shielding here, and this is the main event. That's what we're after. It's designed for lightweight mirrorless cameras and phones, and it has the longest reach, and I'll show you that in a minute. We've also got a little wrench in here just to adjust the tightness, and I can show you all the different things it can do. Let's get the box out of the way. Now we've got this, let's have a look at this. So straight away, we've got a little bit of information right from the beginning, and we've got our bump there, the information, the user guide, and a little card there, after sales card. And then this is the main event. This looks like you're unboxing some AirPods, and this is the case. So we'll take this off. And then inside here, we've got all the bits, and you can see the lights come on straight away. But it doesn't stop there. There is stuff underneath here as well, and there is another section, and we've got a nice little bag, there it is, to put this in, which is great. And then inside here there is also the charging cable, which is USB-C to USB-A, and then we've also got a adapter for plugging it in if you're going to plug it into your camera, which you're going to need if you're plugging into this receiver. Now it doesn't just stop with here, we've also got the wind muffs. So the little wind muffs can go on to the microphones if it's windy, and they're in here as well. So if we get all this to one side, the main events are right here. Let me open this up, and then inside here we've got our microphones. They are ridiculously tiny. So the microphone is on this side, and then this is the receiver. So you hide this bit away, and then that's the bit that you actually connect. You can see there's a little tab to pull. So we'll pull that tiny little tab, and then we pop it in here, and there's another one on the other one as well. So there's two, so you can either have it as a conversational thing that you're using, and there's a one here, and this is the USB-C connection, so that will go straight into any new iPhone or Android device, or pretty much anything Apple now, because it is all USB-C, and that can just drop it into there. And finally, we've got this connection. This is if you want to plug it into a normal camera of any sort. So you've got that cable there for doing that. So let's take that off, and we can start charging up that. So straight away, when you plug these into this system, you charge it by USB-C, just like you would, say, charge like wireless headphones or AirPods or something like that. And you can see that these two have got lights on, and then you've got a light on here as well. This one doesn't, because it's just a place to hold it. That just sits there, which is great. The nice thing about this, when you connect it to your phone, is you get the USB-C back. So it's a pass-through. So if you wanted to plug in, say, a light, or you're plugging in something else, that's really, really useful. So all you need to do is charge. One thing I'd like to see on this is more than one dot, so therefore you know how much charge it's got. But I believe it's got loads of charge, so there's no issue with that. The Edelkrone is really, really unique, and this is something that I really, really like, that it is really hard and tough. So you can see that I'm really pulling it quite hard, and what you can do is you pull and pull and pull, and what this can be is this can be your tripod. So it can actually connect to a tripod itself. So there's a dial at the bottom here, so you can connect it to a tripod. And then what you've also got as well is if we pull this up, there we go. Then there's another one at the top here. So then we can put, say, an adapter on there to put a phone or put a mirrorless camera. Now, the great thing about this is if I hold that like that, and then if I move it in a certain position, it'll just stay exactly where it is. So if I put it down like that so you can see, it's kind of a zigzag design, and then the great thing is when you push it all back together, which is really tough, which is good because that's what you want. You want it to be tough. You can put it in any position you want. And there we go. It's all good to go. And then you can put that really quickly in your bag. So let's say I wanted to put my iPhone on here, then I can pull this, pop it out like that, and voila, as if by magic, I've just got this basic one here. I can then throw this onto here and then just screw this in, and there we go. That's pretty much on there now. There we are. So then I can put my phone on there and then it's all good to go. It's really flexible, so I could have something right there. It's really easy to do. So the maximum vertical extension is 50 centimeters. It can carry up to 2.2 pounds or 1 kilogram, so fully extended. The weight of this is only 1.03 pounds or 469 grams, and it's machined aluminium body. So this obviously creates friction, and what's really cool is each one of these, as you can see here, is Allen key, so you can adjust this, and that's why you get the little Allen key in the box. It'd be cool to obviously keep that with you, and you can take that with you, and therefore if it gets a bit loose you can tighten it up. Okay, so I've come just to this location because it's a wide open space, and I've put the phone in sort of portrait mode because that's how most people would actually live stream. So therefore, if you're just out and about and you're live streaming, then you're going to be here. I've brought the tripod with me in case I needed to, but I've actually found a bench, and I've just put the Edelkrone just almost like a tripod. It's not a tripod, it's like a dual pod, the way it's actually set up. So I'm going to show you a couple of scenarios. This is me standing about 3 to 4 feet away using the iPhone 16 Pro Max microphone. That's it. And this is me talking my normal voice around about 12 foot away with the iPhone 16 Pro Max camera and microphone, and that's it. And this is me talking in my normal voice using the iPhone 16 Pro Max microphone and camera around about, let's say about 20 foot. Just getting the Hollyland stuff out so we can start using that. Let me show you the difference. So now we're using the Hollyland, and I'm just going to carry on moving backwards as the microphone obviously is wireless, it connects no problem at all, and I'm just going to carry on moving. You wouldn't be this far away if you're live streaming with your phone, and I just wanted to show this as a demonstration, just to show that it's absolutely fine. I can carry on walking, I can carry on moving around, yada yada yada, like I did at the very first part of this video. It's probably about the same distance, so there you go, ish. You can barely see me, so there's no point. But just to showcase this for you, that actually we can use this microphone, no problem at all. It's, again, just sitting here, and I've got a different t-shirt on because it's a different day, but it's right here, there you go, and it's picking up absolutely fine. So now we've got the microphone here actually connected to the phone, obviously just wirelessly put on, and I've got the other microphone here as well, you can hear me, and as the sun has decided to be right behind me and is on my back. Now if I actually move this round, I'm using obviously the stand here, if I move this round, that is actually a much better thing, but I'm now getting blinded. So if I was about here, that's not bad, is it? It's not a bad view as well. So let's put it here, let's do that. When it comes to the guitar, the problem is, you can see I could hit it there, certainly from here. So as long as I don't hit it, there we go, it works. Now one alternative you could do is if the microphone, this is one, I'm still wearing this one, but if this one is actually too loud on the guitar, then of course if I'm only about 3 or 4 feet away, what I can do is I can put this actually on the stand itself. The stand has got very, very thin metal, so I could put this on the stand, and of course the projection from the guitar hole itself could actually then go to there, and you could pick it up that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the stand. So now there's no microphone on here, I've still got this one here, and then the other one is actually connected to the stand. This way we've got 2 microphones, one slightly further away, so I'm only playing with my fingers right now. If I was playing with a plectrum, then that would be a lot louder and it may distort. So this is a great way of obviously reducing that. As I get closer, of course, you're going to hear it more, but I could then step back a little bit. Now, the other thing I've done is I've brought my trusty old Camlink tripod with me. It's pretty old. If Edelkrone want to send me their lovely self-adjusting tripod to test out, I'd be more than happy. However, if I actually set this up, then I can put this flex stand already on to this because of the bottom piece and make it even higher. So we've got it here, and then we've got the bottom bracket there. And I like this. I like these that you just turn it. So if I was to pop this onto here and just pop this on here, twist this, and then we're good to go. So this is the view you'd get if it was fully extended on the tripod, and it's taller than me right now, so. So I thought I'd actually use the stand so we can show you the app, and the app for the Lark M2s. There's a couple of things we need to do. Now I've got them here. So I've got mic 1 and I've got mic 2 right here. There's a little button underneath, and this button is for sort of noise cancelling, and that's all fine. And what we can do is, there's a couple of things. We can either have this in a stereo format, so we've got mic 1 and mic 2, and you can see them bouncing around there. 1 2 3 1 2 3, this is mic 1, and then 1 2 3 1 2 3, this is mic 2. Now you're not hearing these right now, you're about to hear these in a minute. What I'm just showcasing is the fact you can actually have them as separate microphones, or what we can do is we can put them in mono. So if we put them in mono, then it doesn't matter which one we talk through, you're going to hear both. And the thing is, with live streaming, we want to be able to hear both, and that's fine. You can hear both in stereo, but the downside is they're going to hear the guitar in one ear and the vocal in another ear, and that's not what we want. So we're going to put it in mono, and that way the sound will come out of both left and right speaker, or headphone more importantly, the same. Now the other thing you'll see here is volume adjustment. So volume adjustment, you've actually got 1, 2 or 3. 3 is the loudest, so if I just tap it onto 3 and then I just start talking, I'm not actually anywhere near these microphones, my mouth is here. And if I start talking, hello, 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 you can see it's hitting the red straight away. Whereas if we go to 2, it'll then start bringing that down a little bit, 1, 2, 1, 2, but then we go to number 1. And number 1 is going to be the best one for you because we're going to generate a lot of noise. So with having these close to us, obviously one on our body and the other one on the guitar or near the guitar, however you're going to use it, you can schedule power off for 15 minutes or never. I just leave it on 15 minutes. This is not powering off after 15 minutes. That's when it's not paired to this, which is the connection. So you can see the little USB-C connection there. So that's connected in. You can see both lights have lit up. If I put one of these back in the box, then you'll probably see one of them fade out. There you go, TX1 is fading out right now. And then if I put the other one in the box, you'll probably see TX2 will fade out as well. They're pretty quick. So when it comes to that, if I then just take them out of the box, don't have to press an on switch or anything. You just take them out, the charging port, and then they just reconnect. Then you've got a couple of custom features. One of the major ones is mic muted. You can mic mute them simultaneously or individually. So you can press the button and hold it down to mute them if you want to. I haven't done any of that. It just says pending setup, whether you want to do that or not. And I'm not going to do either of them, but what you could do if you wanted to is you could have it so you mute maybe the guitar one while you're talking in between songs and live streams. So if you do individual in that respect. If you press mic muted simultaneous, you press 1, both of them would be muted at the same time, so be aware of that. And then the app just shows you the mic status. They can run for 9 hours, so you're not going to run into a problem at all. And then the little setup here is just to update the firmware if you need it. Now the great thing is, if you're using this system to make live streams, then you could make live albums with almost no effort at all. And I'm actually proof of this. I've done this a couple of times where I've taken the sound from the live stream, chopped it up so it's just the music, and released it as an album. And that's where today's sponsor comes in, which is DistroKid. DistroKid are a music distribution company. So once you've made your album, you upload it to DistroKid and they can push it out to all the online stores and digital streaming sites that are around the world. Now you've got the big hitters like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, Tidal, Deezer, iHeartRadio, and there's loads more. And you can release as many different kinds of albums or EPs or singles as you want to, whether it's a studio album, it's an acoustic album, or it's a live album. I call mine Looping My Brain Part 1 and Part 2. And we're going to do more like that because you can release as much as you want to in an entire year. Because most music distributors charge you every time you release some music. DistroKid don't do this. They charge you a subscription, which starts at $22.99 a year. Now they have a couple of tiers. I'm on the middle one, which is Musicians Plus, which gives me 2 artists as me, as John Paul. And we've got another outfit, which is Tokyo Wasteland. But more importantly, I can schedule the date of the release. I'd like to thank DistroKid for sponsoring the channel because they're the easiest way to release some music. There's even an iOS and Android app, so if you're making things on mobile or tablet, you can upload from there as well. There's a link in the description box for DistroKid, and we can give you 7% off your first annual membership, no matter which tier you choose. Go and check them out. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring the channel. Now let's have a look at how this setup would work. Okay, so I've got the stand set up. I've put the Hollyland adapter underneath. We've got it there. And then we've just got the microphones. Now I've got the microphones in the case. They're just here right now, and then they should also just switch on. So that is number 2, and I know that because of the light. And then I can put that anywhere I want. So let's use number 2 for the microphone. It doesn't matter because it's mono. So I'm going to pop this just there. It's got this titanium clasp. So it is really small. I could make that look much prettier. But so there we go. Now it's picking up obviously just this one microphone. That's what you're hearing right now. And there is another microphone in the box. So we can take this out. They're both in mono, so it doesn't matter. There's not a left or a right, and it should kick in automatically. Hello, 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 1, 2. And there we go. And then it just depends where you want to put it. Now, the downside of this is actually where we position this microphone. And the idea really is to position it in such a way that it's just away from the guitar, but you're going to hear obviously everything that this picks up. But the idea behind this is to, play around with it and just see what you think. So we're live streaming without plugging anything in, but you're getting an audio system that is 2 microphones plugged directly into the phone. It's USB-C. We're using the stand here, and I could be anywhere. I could be in a field. I could be anywhere. Now, the only thing with this, as I say, is this microphone. This one, not too much problem. So I could sing, I could use this microphone, that's fine. I would like to have a little bit of more control over the volume of the microphones personally whilst I'm live streaming. And I could do that with specialized software. I'm just recording in the camera app right now. The alternative is I could turn the phone around for the better camera, but I then couldn't contribute to the community. I wouldn't be able to see what was being said. And this is good enough, it's good enough for live streaming, whether you're on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube this way round. Or we can just turn the phone this way around, and there we go. Because it's MagSafe, it just magnetizes on, and we reposition it and then make sure you can see me. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I've left links to everything: the stand, the Belkin adapter, and of course the microphones if you want to go and pick some up. They are affiliated links, which means if you click them they help out the channel, but at no extra cost to yourself.